Hey guys, it's Robin, and I know I'm really late on this, but did you guys see The Last Jedi? Here's my Rey action series doll. Wah, wah, wah. Get those guys. Okay, so lots of spoilers coming up, but I finally want to talk about The Last Jedi. I saw it 3 times, you guys. I thought it was pretty great. I mean, it was not the movie I was expecting. And I don't think it ruined my childhood or my love of Star Wars or Luke Skywalker whatsoever. First of all, I thought it was so funny. There were just so many, considering it was a pretty dark story, there was the comedy in it really just, it was awesome. The way everyone kind of just abused General Hux, who I love because I love Domhnall Gleeson. I love the Porgs. They are adorable and just so cute, but not annoying or obnoxious or anything. They're just really cute. And I love the Crystal Foxes too. I don't think they're getting enough love. Crystal Foxes are adorable, and they actually are more significant to the story because they have a heroic moment. And so do those other creature things. I forgot what you call them. They have a weird name. I don't even know what those like horsey things on you know, and what is it called? The big casino planet, Rey. Canto Bite. Thank you. Sorry guys, it's been a few weeks. So I just thought the humor was really great. I mean, Luke explaining the Force to Rey is probably one of my favorite scenes in Star Wars ever. When he's with the piece of like twig or whatever, the palm that she's like, I feel it. Oh my gosh, I was dying. And you know, at the end when he hits his battle with Kylo, it's just like so epic, and it's got that humor too. And I just love Mark Hamill. Go look up like Mark Hamill's panel from the Star Wars Celebration. He's just so funny, and I saw him at Comic-Con too. I don't know if that's online. He's just so great. He has so many great stories. I'm so glad, you know, he got to do this movie. You know, this was not Luke Skywalker's backstory, and I think that's what disappointed a lot of people. They wanted to know what Luke's been doing, blah, 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 and he hasn't been doing anything. So there. He's just a cranky old man, and I'm fine with that. I think he was fine. I think he just had such a heroic role. Oh my gosh, like he goes from being a crank to just making such a huge sacrifice. I thought it was so honorable. I thought he went out so peacefully. You know, Leia and Rey mentioned that. They're like, you know, they felt peace. And, you know, it wasn't like with Han where she was more devastated, I felt. So I am totally okay with that. I thought Carrie Fisher was brilliant. The scene where she uses the Force, that is awesome. I've been waiting for something like that my whole life. Very cool. I just wish that Carrie was in it more. Like, I kind of was bummed that they put her in a coma for such a long time. Like, I like the idea of Laura Dern's character, but I kind of wish maybe more of that role was Leia's, and that maybe Leia and Poe were the ones having a disagreement so that we would get more Leia. I mean, it's after the fact, but in the end, you know, Laura Dern's character, you know, that's another, like, I think that was so heroic. And her character is actually in some of the books, in Claudia Gray's books, which I absolutely love. You know, so, you know, Princess Leia of Alderaan, such a great book, great backstory for Leia. I love that. You know, and a lot of people are upset about Rey's backstory too, which honestly, I think that Kylo Ren was lying. Speaking of Kylo Ren, the whole way that the Rey Kylo scenes, like, that was so cool to me. That was so awesome. The bond between them was just really cool. And what I also just loved was that scene in the Snoke's throne room. You know, I kind of really was hoping to know more about Snoke. I had this whole theory in my head for a long time that he was really Ezra Bridger, which would be devastating too. But I mean, his storyline was literally cut in half. We don't get to know more about Snoke, and I'm okay with that, because whatever, he's a big creepy dude anyway. But that scene when the two of them back to back, I got teary seeing them, thinking that maybe Kylo was changing, and I was in tears. That's the scene that made me cry the first time I saw it. I didn't cry over anything else. That scene just, like, it hit me so hard. And just watching them, it was just such a cool action scene. The red, oh, it was awesome. The whole Finn and Rose plot I thought went on a little too long. I really like Rose. I thought she was very cool. There's a book about her and her sister that I definitely want to check out too. I think it's called Cobalt Squadron. Definitely want to check that out. Phasma, that's another one I'm just kind of disappointed with. That, you know, I think Phasma could be the new Boba Fett, maybe live on. There's a book about Phasma that is also amazing. Go read that if you want to know more about Phasma, because her character is just so cool. I'm not ready to let her go. And I love Gwendolyn Christie so much, so yeah, that's tough. But oh my gosh, those bombers were useless. Those were the worst ships ever. They just didn't stand a chance. That was just so devastating, that opening scene. And then at the end, just the resistance, they've been decimated, and they're like, what happened? How is this happening? How did the First Order get so huge all of a sudden? I'm a little confused about that, from being like, I don't know, I feel like there's got to be more hope out there in the galaxy, right? Where are people? There's got to be. I'm sure that's what the next movie's going to take us. Saw like some hope at the end. You know, Rey still using her force powers to save everyone, even though whoever's left fits on one ship, which is really sad. Oh my goodness. Now see, I think I'm going to be sadder over Carrie in the next movie because she won't be there. And that's really, I didn't get upset about Carrie, but then I think my second time seeing it, I cried more about Carrie and Mark. I just kind of felt more devastated on the second time. The third time I was okay. I was seeing it for the third time and I was all right with it. But I thought it looked spectacular. The stuff on Crate was so cool with the red. There's a lot of red. It's very significant to Rian Johnson. Those scenes were really cool with the salt. Oh, so awesome. Canto Bite just looked amazing. And did you guys know that Carrie Fisher, the dog, had a cameo? I thought that was so cool. I still haven't spotted him, but I know he was in that scene. That's awesome. The little doggy. Oh, so cute. Penny wants to be in Star Wars too. No, she doesn't. She's sitting on the couch over there. She's like, whatever. I mean, you finally did get to see what happened between Luke and Kylo Ren, which I thought was pretty cool. And that scene between them, and that was so cool. And Luke's like, that is another one of my, just so cool. It's like Luke went a little bit Yoda, like a little crazy, and becomes like really funny. And something happens to you when you spend all this time alone. The Force makes you a little weird. But I loved it. I don't know. I really love the movie. Let me know what you think about it. I might have to do more videos about what I think about The Last Jedi. I'm not done talking about it. There's still so many questions, so many things. I can't imagine what they're possibly going to do in the next movie, except that I hope that, you know, the Resistance has a turnaround and that someone comes for them. Maybe Lando Calrissian? I don't know. And you know, another Star Wars news, speaking of Lando, the Han Solo movie is due to come out next year. This year. It's already next year. Oh boy, it's been a blur not making videos. Yeah, so that's gonna be out really soon, and I'm super excited about that. I love Donald Glover, so I'm really excited about him as Lando. And Ron Howard directed that movie, which I just think is so funny too. I don't know, there's just something kind of cool about that, considering he was in American Graffiti, which George Lucas directed. So it's kind of like a nice full circle for Ron Howard there. And, you know, he was in that with Harrison Ford, who was Han Solo. So that's kind of cool. And Star Wars Rebels is coming back for the final episodes. And that is just going to be devastating, I think. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to my favorite Rebels. I love that show so much. Dave Filoni is such a master storyteller. Like, you guys, I can't even. It's so great. And I also, speaking of Star Wars stuff, I got a great, awesome book called Star Wars Super Graphic. I'll put a picture in here. This book is so cool. I mean, I love graphic design and I love random facts and I love Star Wars, and this book combines everything. I picked it up at Barnes & Noble. It's also available on Amazon. You gotta check it out. It's so cool. I'll put some links down below to the books that I'm talking about if you guys want to check them out on Amazon or something. But they're just awesome. Highly recommend them. Audiobooks as well, because they do an awesome job with the sound effects and stuff on Star Wars audiobooks. And it just fills in a lot of the gaps and stuff. So yeah, that is my Star Wars wrap up for now. I'm sure I'll be back with lots more Star Wars stuff to talk about. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps small channels out right now. If you're watching YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit the alert button. Make sure you know, it's just a little click that gives us a lot of support. It means so much. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you. Bye!